and I'm gonna read a book about Spark the firefighter. But first of all, we gotta remember the books have a front cover, a spine, and a back cover. But don't forget, the books always have an author, and the author of this book is Stephen Krinsky, and it's illustrated by Amanda Haley. The town of Hardscrabble had an opening in their volunteer fire department, so they posted a sign and handed out a notice, but nobody answered the call. The fire department needed a helper. And then one applicant finally showed up. It was a dragon. "My name is Spark," he said. The chief was not sure this was a good idea. He had never heard of a dragon that wanted to fight fires. "Then I'll be the first," said Spark. What Spark didn't say was that he was actually afraid of fire. Other dragons couldn't wait to blow flames. Not Spark. Fire was so bright, so hot, it had always made him nervous. Without fire, Spark had not been able to guard treasure or frighten off unfriendly knights. The other dragons made fun of him. Do you guys think it was nice for the other dragons to make fun of him? No. To be a proper dragon, Spark needed to get over this fear, and for that he figured he had come to the right place. "We might also well give him a try," the other fighters whispered. "Nobody else wants the job," the chief agreed. "All right, Spark," he said. "Let's see what you're made of." So they're gonna give him a chance to try it out and see if he could make it as a firefighter. First, Spark had to do push-ups and sit-ups. Then he crawled through tunnels and carry equipment up and down stairs. It was important to make sure he was in good shape. The firefighters also gave demonstrations at schools. "Smoke rises," the chief explained. "Crawl under it to get out. And if your clothing catches on fire, stop, drop, and roll. And kids, never play with fire." Spark's first real test came on a smoky stove. "Never put out a grease fire with water," said the chief. "Use chemicals to smoother it." Spark didn't get too close, but he finished the job in the end. Do you think Spark made a good job? We'll see. His second fire took him into the woods. The trees crackled like fireworks, the flame dancing wildly off the trunks and branches. Spark backed off a little at first. "I can do this," he told himself over and over, and he did. Do you guys think Spark became a good firefighter? We need to find out towards the end, and let's see what happens. As the weeks passed, other emergencies came up. An electrical fire at the Hardscrabble Inn had Spark clearing out the rooms. Some people wanted to pack their bags first, but a call from Spark hurried them along. firefighters use the brains as well as their muscles, the chief liked to say, and he believe it or not, sometimes you have to fight fire and firefighters use their brains as well as their muscles, the chief liked to say, and believe it or not, sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. Spark wasn't sure what this meant, but when a mill fire threatened to go out of control, he used his brains a lot. He diverted some of the river water just in time. Good work, said the chief. Way to go, Spark, said the other firefighters. Do you think everybody was proud of the dragon, of Spark? I think so. And then one day, the alarm went off again. The whole crew arrived to find a big barn burning. Horses and cows were trapped inside. It's too dangerous for us to go in, said the chief, even in our protective snip. And then one day, the alarm went off again. The whole crew arrived to find a big barn burning. Horses and cows were trapped inside. It's too dangerous for us to go in, said the chief, even in our protective suits. Spark hesitated. He knew it wasn't too dangerous for a dragon. Spark thought about the poor animals with no way to get out. I have to do something, he said. With a mighty roar, Spark rushed into the barn. The flames licked at his feet, but he didn't care. The horses and cows were huddled in the middle. He could see they were even more afraid than he was. Then Spark took a deep breath. He shot out a burst of dragonfly and blew out one of the walls. Follow me, Spark shouted, and led the animals to safety. That was nice of him, how he really worked hard. Spark couldn't hardly believe it. This must be what the chef meant about fighting fire with fire. From that day on, Spark used his courage and everything he had learned about fire safety to do his job better than ever. But now his fear was gone. He was eager to try other things. The other firefighters were sorry to see him go. Good luck, Spark, they said. Thank you for all your help. Ah, that was nice of them, huh? They treated him with respect. Back home, Spark is pretty busy these days. There's treasure to protect and princesses to impress. And he keeps a close watch for knights looking for a fight. But he still returns to hard scrabble sometimes to help out with the new recruits. The end. I hope you children enjoy the book of Spark the Firefighter. And remember, children, do not play with fire or matches.